Hello, this is Extreme Music TV, and right now I'm going to be doing the album by Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. I shouldn't even say it like that. I should be like Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. Far Beyond Driven is the seventh studio album by Pantera, released on March 22nd by East West Records. Upon its release, it debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making it the first extreme metal album to top the charts. It is also the first album where Darrell Abbott, also known as Dimebag Darell, started calling himself Dimebag Darell. Even in my guitar playing, I got freaking Dimebag Darell on in the way I play. The first song, Strength Beyond Strength, is an awesome intro to this album, because when I first heard it the first time, I was trying to start a band at the time, and it didn't work out that way. But anyways, this song it's like a really good song to work out to, and I like to work out. Next song, Becoming, you kind of heard Dimebag Darell experimenting with harmonics and more harmonics, and then he kind of used some kind of delay, some kind of pedal to give him some kind of more clarity in the tone. And the next song and that song you can hear in the background is called appropriately titled 5 Minutes Alone. It's a song about when Phil Anselmo had a problem with a fan during a show, and he said he was gonna knock him out. Man, if somebody was gonna knock me out, dang man, I gotta do something about it. I'm just kidding. But anyways, he said, in the words of Phil Anselmo, he said, just get that over here and give me 5 minutes, and basically he'll give him 5 minutes to beat the living hell out of this guy. The next song, I'm Broken, is one of the next singles on the album that was released. I had a video for it, and there's a lot. Pantera is when you hear Pantera, those of you that are new to Pantera, just getting into Pantera, you young people out there, they're a thrash metal band they kind of experiment on this album with some grindcore. If you notice that, because it was the 90s, death metal was kind of just coming into the the not in the mainstream, but getting popular. Just to name a few bands like Humiliation, Carcass, Napalm Death, Cannibal Corpse were really popular at the time. So you kind of heard like a progressive change from Pantera. For Phil Anselmo, the thing you notice about this album is that his vocals went for the more power metal, the more operatic vocals, to a more extreme style. The song Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills is a very drug addict song. When I heard it, I was like, okay, I think I know what he's talking about. But those of you that know about these songs, you don't really like the story behind all of them. I know this song, he's talking about sleeping with his best friend's girlfriend or something like that. And having a good friend and a bottle of pills, meaning having good friends. A lot of us can have good friends. A few of us can have friends that actually mean anything to us. Because apparently bad friends would give us drugs, and we could get really strung out and be a crackhead on the corner. The next song, Hard Lines and Sucking Cheeks. It starts to me, it sounds like very Black Sabbath in the beginning, and has this devastating breakdown. I think this song was a drop C or drop B If you guys knew that Pantera has very close ties with Crowbar, so they kind of had like a lot of there was a lot of riffs on here that sounded reminiscent of Crowbar. The next song is called Slaughter. Slaughtered. Slaughtered, not Sergeant Slaughter, the wrestler, the WWE guy. No, Slaughtered. This song pretty much speaks for itself. It has a very thick. The way Pantera, the way Dimebag Darell tuned his guitars is he kind of did like an E flat or something like that, very strange. And you had to put your tuner to a certain setting to get that sound or anything like that. So that's what deathcore band Whitechapel actually heard this song, and it inspired them, like the rest of us out here. Those of us that wanted to be musicians became musicians, and those of us that never became musicians but are still rocking after all these years. The next song, 25 Years, has a very it's a very long track. It kind of reminds me of more like you guys remember? You guys know about Metallica? This is very to me. This is very anti-Metallica because it's very long, but at the same time it's heavier, and there's a whole lot of shredding on this album, on this song, and you get to hear Phil Anselmo display his rhythmic vocals and how he utilizes them on the song. It's just amazing. It's Shedding My Skin. The next song, there's a lot of eeriness on this album. There's a lot of darkness on this album. I'm sure a lot of you agree that metal should be like that. But the next song, Use My Third Arm. A lot of these songs were Pantera had some of the story behind them were about what they thought about the cops. If you guys remember back in those days with Ice-T and Body Count, they had that song Cop Killer, and this song was kind of like another a legitimate heavy metal band just talking about what they would do to the cops and what they think about the cops, like NWA. And Heroes of Rejection is the last song before you get into their cover song on this album. Heroes of Rejection is probably one of my personal favorites, besides Hard Lines and Sucking Cheeks. It's it has this crowbaristic breakdown at the end of the song that you can really get into. It's just devastating. This whole album, to me, if you're an extreme heavy metal band or you just want to play heavier style of music, you should probably pop in this sucker and learn this stuff. The last song, Black Sabbath cover, as like you notice in this album, there's a lot of very Black Sabbath-istic ambience on it, and Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. They did a video for this. It's kind of ironic to me because it wasn't a Pantera song, but they love Black Sabbath so much that those of us that I know that Black Sabbath started metal. Okay, I know they're the ones that started it all. So this song is very eerie. It's Phil Anselmo does a whole lot of falsettos on here, in my opinion, and it's the only song on here that, and there was a message on the like at the end of the album. He says this is a very tripped out song, and if you don't like it, don't listen to it. And it like I said, this song is a perfect ending to a great album. Like I said, this album is had a couple singles that were this is including I Am Broken, released March 14th, 1994. Planet Caravan, released also 5 Minutes Alone and Becoming, released to the radio. And all right, you guys, this is Extreme Metal TV. And I'll see y'all later. Woo!
It's fucking jam, man. Work it. You know it's true. Go easy on that lamp.